What's your experiences with like the internet when you growing up?
So I didn't have a computer in my house until like 2001. So most of my internet usage was through going to school.
That's most people. School or library.
Yeah, this was a time where public schools had the funding to get computers, and not computers because we had computer labs, but I mean like internet in our computer labs. So we were able to go on the internet and see, how to send emails, how to communicate with others through message boards, forums, and get information off at the time mostly government or official education websites. We didn't know about these private websites owned by independent people until years later.
I ain't do none of that.
Like Geocities or Angelfire, or guys people who got their own blogs.
Age of Fire.
Angelfire.
Angelfire?
Yeah.
What's that?
Angelfire was a website where you could make your own websites, but it was popular in the nerd, well, more so the anime community, because that's where a lot of the older otaku who grew up like during the 80s and 90s with anime would do like fan websites based off their favorite characters or anime. It was pretty much a dedication page for the fandom.
Oh, it's like that video we watched from fanfiction.net.
Yep.
Okay.
But I didn't discover Angelfire or Geocities to like the early 2000s.
And my early internet shit was just basically like the library. Like I used to go to the library a lot, and I used to go on there and they used to have archives of like news and media from across the world. So I used to like read the news like from Japan and China and all that shit. And it's already translated and stuff. And it's mostly made for people for like, who are immigrants who come to like America who still want to be connected to their country. I just thought that was pretty cool, just learning the information. I never forget the story I read when I was like 10. I guess it was like doing like a mail-in or a question-in, like someone sent a question and then like the writer answers it for him. And one of the questions was like, yeah, my husband, he keeps taking baths with our 8-year-old daughter. And I never forget the response the writer did, because I didn't expect this from Japan.
Yeah.
The writer was like, well, in America, first off, the kids are too old. He shouldn't be doing no shit like that. I'm like, oh shit. Because I'm used to the weirdo shit from Japan. And like, because in America, like you get arrested for doing some shit like that. So like you need to tell your husband, calm down, chill out on that shit. Some type shit like that. But it was very like straight to the point. Like, no, that shit ain't right. So that never like got on my head like reading that article. Like, and I read a couple more articles just like I was very just a curious person when it comes to like other cultures and shit like that. Never was a person who was like, I had my nose up and I'm one of these niggas who like wanted to be the culture. I wouldn't want to be Japanese, nigga.
Keep talking this, you might turn Japanese.
I really just was curious, and that's where all the dope shit that I liked as a teenager was coming from. The video games, anime, it's from Japan.
Manga, comics.
Right. That's all Japan. So, I can't knock them.
Since you're on the topic of anime and stuff like that in Japan, I think that's why I have an affinity for older anime, because going back to Geocities and Angelfires, most of the fan sites for those websites, if they weren't talking about the current anime, they were talking about anime from the 80s and 90s. So, like, that's how I found out about, like, Dirty Pair, Ninja Scroll, Pacha Eiko, all these classic anime that people talk about now. That's how I learned about it, through going on those websites in the early days of the internet. Oh, mainstream internet.
I remember like getting on the computer, and what I really wanted to know, because I couldn't I didn't have cable at home, so I really wanted to know what was going on in wrestling. So I go online and just look up like
Dersies.
I don't know the website. I just remember just looking up
like 411 wrestling.
Just some website where give you information on like what happened on like SmackDown, Raw, what happened at like WrestleMania. Like you can like literally go Monday morning, or Saturday evening or whatever time they do.
Like they give you spoilers before the show starts.
Not spoilers, but they'll.
I found spoilers before the show starts.
They'll give you a breakdown. They'll give you a breakdown, because I used to hate being in school.
Yeah.
And, like the kids talking about like, yeah man, we had pay-per-view last night and we watched blah blah blah. I'm like, shit, I wish I would have saw it.
See, I'm the ass.
I gotta wait for the recap shit they show on Saturdays on the WB.
Like, I'll be the asshole saying, hey, this website say that Stone Cold is going to win the championship belt from The Rock, and people thought I was bullshitting. That night he wins the belt from Rock, and people were like, "You're right, how you find out?" Like, I'm like, yeah, just go to like 411wrestling.com and look up dirt sheets. They tell you like spoilers for each match.
Freddie Prinze Jr. was mad. He was a writer. He probably like, man, fuck this, man. They fucking my scripts up. But yeah, the internet really was mostly what I used for. It's just information, knowledge, wrestling. I remember it was a lot of Dragon Ball AF shit back in the day.
Yeah, I remember like Super Saiyan 5.
I'm like, oh shit! I never get that picture. I downloaded it, printed pictures on it. Like I was so fascinated by Dragon Ball AF.
And this I found out like anime was censored and shit. Like I knew anime was censored. Like I had a heck. I was like,
oh, you get a schoolyard bullshit.
Yeah,
I remember as a kid, like people used to tell me that there's one episode where like Piccolo fighting Goku and his head get knocked off and it's blood everywhere. I'm like, what? Damn, that's uncut. And, you know, it's Japan, man, can do whatever. Then you watch it, ain't nothing like that.
Until you go on these early Dragon Ball websites where they show clips of that shit. You thinking this kid was lying the whole time, but he's telling the truth. So you probably one of the kids who had early internet and knew somebody who can get you to their website and show you the spoilers. Not spoilers, show you like the uncensored shit. Because I just remember like watching Sailor Moon as I don't know what episode it was, but I know it's from S. It's the scene where Hotaru is getting hung on a cross. And you can tell that Cartoon Network censored, but you can tell it's still a cross because there's still pieces of the cross and the scene they try to censor. A few months later, I found out about the Sailor Moon fan site had all the uncensored shit that Clove cut. And I saw the same cut of Hotaru on the cross, completely uncut. So I knew from that day on that they been censoring anime, but I didn't have a way to confirm my theory until those websites started popping up.
See, you was on the early internet, like I wasn't on none of that stuff, man. I ain't have time. All I have was the schoolyard bullshit. Schoolyard rumors for every damn thing. Everything that you heard as a kid, like the whole Mew behind the goddamn truck and you know.
Or like you can find Yoshi in Pokemon.
No, Yoshi in Mario 64. You can find what was it?
Giant Mario. You can play as Giant Mario, Mini Mario, in Mario 64 to beat the Koopa.
I never heard that one.
Yeah, so in Super Mario 64, we go. I want to say in the first world, you race against this giant Koopa. We hear how fast you are. Second time, he cheats with some shoes and you gotta take shortcuts. But the rumor was that a big small level, you can unlock Mini Mario, who's like 10 times faster than regular Mario.
Okay, this is fake, right?
Yeah, it's fake.
Okay.
And people for years thought it was real because, you know, this is also the same time where people was spending a whole bunch of bullshit on the internet. Like, y'all don't know, like, y'all think people been posting bullshit on the internet now. Nah, this has been a problem since the internet started.